A little soldier was playing with a pair of binoculars. Suddenly he spotted something in the haystack up ahead. A pair of boots was poking out and moving. He was young, but he could tell it meant danger. He ran straight back to camp and told the soldiers there.
Я ногу видел, в стоге сена. Ну пошли.
Ладно, бойцы, пойдем. Проверить нужно, правда?
The soldiers believed him. They took him through the woods and out to that patch of grass. They were worried their own men might be inside, so they didn't just toss a grenade. The boy hid off to the side and watched. The soldiers set the haystack on fire, and sure enough 2 enemy soldiers ran out. The soldiers took them down and seized a radio transmitter too. This boy's name was Sergey. He had only been in the army a few days, and he had already done something huge, but he had no parents left, so there was no one to share the good news with. Not long before, in an air raid, both his parents had been killed. A neighbor woman had risked her life to shield him and got him into the forest. Sergey understood something. His life had been bought with the lives of many people, so he had to survive. But the forest was full of danger. The ground was nothing but mud. There was barely any food, and the Germans kept dropping bombs. All of it was a test for Sergey. One day he ran right into 3 German soldiers. Sergey had nowhere to run, so he hid down under the roots of a big tree. What he didn't expect was that a venomous snake crawled in too, but compared to those 3 Germans outside, the snake was a lot gentler. The 3 Germans finished eating and drinking and left. Sergey rushed over and grabbed the canned food they hadn't finished. Tough little Sergey was forced to grow up in conditions this harsh. He learned to protect himself with a stick, but even so, he was still just a kid. Cold and hunger drained all his strength. Then a hedgehog wandered up to him.
Чего смотришь, колючка наедая? Сбегал, сказал нашим деде.
The footsteps got closer and closer. By now Sergey had already passed out. Luckily the ones who came were Soviet scouts. They carried the weak little boy back to camp. At first he was terrified, until he heard a language he knew, and finally let his guard down.
Все, парень. Не бойся, ты у своих.
Ёжик про меня рассказал.
Конечно, ежик, кто же еще?
The officer shook his hand and told him he was a brave boy. But the moment they asked about his mother, the boy went quiet for a long time.
Сказал, что мама.
Не плачь, не плачь, ты же мужчина, мужчины не плачут.
Word got around that they'd brought back a little boy. The cook brought over bread and stew. It was the fullest meal Sergey had eaten in a month. Sergey was sent to the field hospital. Katya took careful care of him. The officer came to visit often too. The soldiers kept bringing up the little guy when they talked, and one older soldier carved him a wooden whistle. Everybody loved this kid, no matter the era. Children are the hope of a nation. Sergey showing up reminded these soldiers of exactly what they were fighting for. This place was changing Sergey too. As young as he was, he loved guns and tanks, because even he knew only those things could beat the enemy. Someone gave him a pair of